students, welcome back to R4 e-learning YouTube classes for MSET. Okay students, actually our main topic is vectors. Okay, this is the session number 22. Session number 22. Right? Now, on yesterday, we learned about the concept which is related to the cross product of two vectors. Now please tell me what is the, for example, what is the value of cross product of two vectors like A bar and B bar? A bar and B bar are the two vectors. Then what is the cross product of this one? Cross product of these two vectors is equal to, it is nothing but the product of magnitudes of both vectors and sine angle between them into some unit vector n cap. So what is this value here? Why I am taking here n cap means the product of these magnitudes and sine theta, this total value is a scalar. But we know already, as per the concept of cross product of two vectors, is always gives a vector. That's why here I am taking n cap. N cap is nothing but the unit vector which is parallel to the A bar plus B bar. Okay, that means here n cap is the unit vector which is perpendicular to the plane containing two vectors. Like for example, yesterday I am taking this way. So this is A bar, one vector, and B bar is some other vector which is inclined to an angle, let us say theta, with A bar. Now for example, I have to find this value A bar plus B bar, means I have to rotate the A bar towards B bar. Means in order to find the A bar plus B bar means what is the third vector? It is perpendicular to the plane. This is the right direction of n cap, nothing but A bar plus B bar. That means the n cap, this is the vector which is in the direction of A bar plus B bar only. Okay, means the direction of A bar plus B bar which only indicates by n cap. Okay, so that is the direction of n cap which is measured by two rules. Already yesterday told you, right hand thumb rule and corkscrew rule. Okay, already we know about this, and I have to explain it. I already had to explain that properties of cross product also. I think 2-3 points. Like, listen carefully. Today again I have to give the clarification about the properties of the cross product, about this concept. Now listen carefully. Yeah, please tell me what is the magnitude of this one? Magnitude of cross product vectors is equal to magnitude of this cross product vectors is equal to how much? Again, AB sin theta into, this is magnitude into magnitude of unit vector. Magnitude of unit vector always 1. That means here how much it is? AB sin theta. Okay, that means the value of sin theta, which is measured, is equal to how much? A bar under magnitude of A bar plus B bar by modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar. That means here theta is equal to how much? Sin inverse, yes, under magnitude of A bar plus B bar by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. So this is the method to find the angle between the two vectors as per the vector product or cross product. But we know already, in our dot product, what is the method to find the angle between the two vectors as from the concept of dot product or scalar vector, means scalar product, means cos theta is equal to A bar B bar by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. Okay, that means here theta is equal to how much? Cos inverse A bar B bar by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. So, in order to find the angle between the two vectors means you have to follow two methods. As per the dot product, cos theta is equal to cos inverse A bar and B bar by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. This is one method to find the value of angle between the two vectors. And also, according to the vector product, what is the method to find the angle between the two vectors means theta is equal to sin inverse. Under magnitude of A bar plus B bar by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. This is the one method. Second method. Okay. So this is most important. Now, after that I have to go with applications like properties of this cross product. Yesterday I already completed the 2-3 properties. Again I have to explain today also. Now listen carefully, because these are the continuous topics. So all of you listen carefully. Properties of cross product. Properties of cross product. So what is the first property? Again I am explaining. First property means according to the right hand thumb rule, already yesterday we had to discuss that. That means it doesn't obey. it doesn't obey commutator law. Doesn't obey commutator law. That means what is the commutator law as per the yesterday syllabus? Means yesterday class means last session 21. That means how much days? A bar plus B bar, which is not equal to B bar plus A bar. That is, otherwise, therefore it can be written as B bar plus A bar, which is equal to minus of A bar plus B bar. So as per the directions of finding the B bar plus A bar and A bar plus B bar, both are perpendicular, means anti-parallel. Why? Because yesterday I have to explain this. This is A bar, this is B bar. Suppose these vectors both are inclined by angle theta. That means these two vectors which are confined to same plane, means on the board we have to take. Now the rotation of A bar with B bar. That means, listen carefully, rotation of A bar with B bar means I have to find the value of A bar plus B bar. Now what happens is, according to right hand thumb rule, the four fingers which are placing about this A bar vector, and these fingers are rotated from A bar to B bar. In order to find A bar plus B bar, these four fingers are rotated from A bar to B bar. What is the thumb? It is the direction of thumb which is perpendicular to the plane. Like this is the body, the two-dimensional plane, and this thumb is in perpendicular to the direction of this plane, means like positive z direction. For example, these four fingers are rotated towards A bar, means B bar is rotated towards A bar, means for example I have to take this. In order to find this A bar plus B bar, what happens is this is A bar plus B bar about this positive z direction, and suppose if this B bar vector which is rotated towards A bar means it is in negative z direction, means inside the board. Both having same magnitudes are same, but both are oriented in opposite direction, means what is the angle between them here? 180 degrees. Okay, now listen carefully. So that's why it doesn't obey commutator law. Now the second property is, it doesn't obey associative law. It doesn't obey associative law. For this associative law, I have to take three vectors like this: A bar cross B bar cross C bar, which is not equal to A bar cross B bar cross C bar. Okay, like addition. Here I am taking in dot product also, we are discussing that. In dot product also it doesn't obey the associative law. Means scalar product doesn't obey the associative law. In the similar way, cross product also doesn't obey the associative law. Okay. Now, so how it doesn't obey means you have to take the different vectors. By taking the cross product of these three vectors means you got the values. Okay. This can be explained later. Means after knowing this, how to cross product two vectors. Okay. Now listen carefully. Again, it obeys distributive law. It obeys distributive law. Distributive law means here, listen carefully. Again, I am taking three vectors: A bar cross B bar plus C bar. So some students, they are reading in just like into. It is not into as per vectors rotation. It is denoted by cross. Okay. A bar cross B bar plus C bar, which is equal to how much? A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. So this is. That means the cross product of two vectors which only obeys the laws of distributive, means distributive law. So these are the three basic laws about this cross product. After that I have to go with properties of dot product, like what about the cross product of two vectors when these vectors are parallel, anti-parallel, again perpendicular. So yesterday I already completed that one. That's why I have to give just relations. Okay. You have to recollect about this cross product of two vectors. So what is the actual definition, and what about this laws, actual laws, and what is the properties, means what is the value of cross product for the two vectors are parallel, anti-parallel, and perpendicular. Okay. Now listen carefully. I have to go with the next property, next fourth one. If the two vectors are otherwise, for simply I am taking for parallel vectors. Parallel vectors means theta is equal to how much? 0 degrees. We know already. What is meant by parallel vectors here? Let us say I am taking this is one vector, this is some other vector which are parallel, which are oriented in same direction. means these two vectors are directed in same direction. Means what is the value of theta here? 0 degrees. 0 degrees. That means here listen carefully, as per the cross product of vectors, a bar plus b bar is equal to modulus of a bar into sin 0 into n cap. Sin 0 is 0. We know already sin integral multiples of n pi is 0. Sin n pi is 0 if n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. That means this is an important relation. Sin function of integral multiples of phi 0. Sin 0, 0, sin 180, 0, sin 360 also 0. Okay. That means as per relation, this sin 0, 0. 0 into something is always 0. So what is the example for this one? Yesterday I have took this one. On relation means I cap cross I cap. I cap cross I cap. I cap means, so this is a unit vector which is subtending along the positive x-axis. Means this is I cap, this is one another I cap. Both are parallel vectors. As per the definition, what happens? This value modulus of I cap into modulus of I cap into sin 0 into n cap. So that means 0. That means what is the final relation here? I am taking final relation is, that is I cap cross I cap which is equal to again j cap cross j cap which is equal to k cap cross k cap which is equal to 0. Means the cross product of two like vectors or parallel vectors is 0. Okay. Now, so as per the relation, I have to find the next step. For anti-parallel vectors also I have to give 5th point for anti-parallel vectors. What happens to this anti-parallel vectors? Theta is, theta belongs to how much it is? Theta belongs to 180 degrees. Means if the two vectors which are oriented in both directions, means different directions, this is a bar one vector, this is b bar another vector. So both are directed in opposite directions. Means what happens to this value? Cross product of these two vectors again, a bar plus b bar is equal to again modulus of a bar into again how much it is? Sin 180 degrees. Sin 180 degrees into n cap. We know already sin 0, 0, sin 180 also 0. That means what is the value here? This is 0. That means here in this way, here I am taking like this is I cap and this is minus I cap. Means I have to take negative vector like anti-parallel vectors. What happens this value here? I cap cross minus I cap which is equal to how much? Modulus of I cap into modulus of minus I cap into cos means sin 180 into n cap. This is 0 because sin 180 is 0, 0 into something 0. That means what is the final conclusion here? This is already completed yesterday. I cap cross minus I cap is equal to j cap cross minus j cap which is equal to k cap cross minus k cap which is equal to how much? 0. That means the cross product of two anti-parallel vectors is also 0. Okay, anti-parallel vectors means two like vectors. This one. That means, listen carefully. That means what is the final conclusion? The cross product of parallel vectors or like vectors 0. The cross product of two anti-parallel vectors is also 0. The same equal only. Now listen carefully again. For orthogonal vectors, what happens to this cross product then? So listen carefully. And this is I think 6th one. For orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal or perpendicular vectors. Sometimes orthogonal is perpendicular vectors. What happens to this value? Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, listen carefully. For example, if I am taking two vectors, like let us say this is a bar and this is I am taking b bar. Now both are oriented by 90 degrees. Then what happens to this cross product? Please tell me. A bar plus b bar. Under magnitude I am finding. So a bar plus b bar is equal to how much? Magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar into sin 90 into magnitude of n cap. That means how much it is? Magnitude of n cap is 1. That means how much? AB sin 90. Sin 90 is also 1 means how much? AB. That means if the two vectors are perpendicular, then what happens to this magnitude of cross product of vectors is maximum, nothing but AB. Okay. Now listen carefully. For example, I have to go with orthogonal unit vectors like this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. Okay. Now what are the unit vectors about this x-axis, y-axis, z-axis means? Here x-axis is, let us we know already, I cap. Here y-axis is j cap. Here z-axis is k cap. Here I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vectors which is passing along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay. If you know already, this is the origin. Now I have to find the value of I cap plus j cap. I cap plus j cap. Listen carefully. So there is two methods actually. One is from rotation about this right hand thumb rule. Another one is direct simple method. Okay, I have to explain both methods. Listen carefully. First I have to find I cap plus j cap. Yeah, I cap plus j cap is equal to how much it is? Modulus of I cap into modulus of j cap into how much it is? Sin 90 into n cap. So what is the direction of n cap here? We don't know the direction of n cap directly. That means we have to take one method. By taking the right hand thumb rule means in order to find the I cap plus j cap means according to right hand thumb rule, this is the right hand, and I am placing these four fingers in the direction of I cap and these four fingers which are rotating towards j cap. Then what is the direction of this thumb? It is along positive z direction. Positive z direction means what is the value here? N cap means how much here? Here this is n cap. So I have to write this one. This is modulus of 1 means 1, 1, 1. Again, this unit vector is nothing but how much it is? Positive z direction means it represents k cap. That means what is the value of here? I cap cross j cap, which is equal to how much? K cap. In the similar way, listen carefully. Rotation of this j cap along k cap means the four fingers which are rotating, which are placing along the y-axis and it is rotating towards z-axis. Means what is the direction of this one? It is along remaining vector is along x-axis. Means similarly, what happens to this value here? J cap cross k cap is equal to remaining vector is I cap. And what happens to this k cap plus I cap is equal to how much? J cap. J cap. So this can be remembered by using simple condition like here I am taking I cap, j cap, k cap. When I was going from, let us say in clockwise direction from I cap to j cap, means x axis to y axis, the remaining factor is k cap. That is, means I cap plus j cap is equal to k cap. That means in order to find the cross product of these two vectors from x axis to y axis means the remaining resultant vector is how much it is? K cap, third vector. Now in the similar way, suppose if I am going from let us say y axis to z axis, y axis to z axis in clockwise sense means the rotation of four fingers from let us say y axis to z axis means the resultant thumb which is in the direction of x axis. This is in the direction of x axis. Okay. Now again like that, this is j cap plus k cap. J cap plus k cap is equal to what is the resultant vector here? I cap. Final. Again, here I am taking this is way k cap plus I cap. That means the fingers which are placing along z direction and it is rotating towards the x axis. Then what is the final resultant? Thumb indicates, thumb represents the j cap. Means here k cap plus j cap is equal to k cap plus I cap is equal to j cap. So this is one condition. Suppose if I am taking in the reverse sense, here I am following this I cap plus j cap plus k cap plus I cap means clockwise sense. Suppose if I am taking this anti-clockwise sense as per the commutative law, what happens? Again here let us say I cap, this is j cap, this is k cap. Here I am following this one like j cap plus I cap, k cap plus j cap and I cap plus j cap like anti-clockwise sense. Means what is the formulas here? As per this commutative law, as per this commutative law, it changes with just like it is changed with negative sign. Now listen carefully. So here what is the value here? Again I have to write this in anti-clockwise sense means let us say j cap plus I cap which is equal to how much? J cap plus I cap which gives minus k cap. Why? Because why I am taking here minus? We know already as per commutative law I cap plus j cap is equal to minus of j cap plus I cap. Otherwise, so j cap plus k cap means j cap plus I cap is equal to minus of I cap plus j cap. So I cap plus j cap how much here? K cap. That means here how much it is? Minus k cap. Now in the similar way, again what is the next one here? Suppose if I am taking from z axis to y axis like in anti-clockwise sense means again let us say k cap cross j cap which is equal to how much? Minus I cap as from the relation commutative law. And again let us say I cap cross k cap which is equal to how much? Minus j cap. Okay. So these are the method. This is the method to find the cross product of two orthogonal vectors in clockwise sense as well as anti-clockwise sense. So this is the generalized method as from the right hand thumb rule. That means the rotation of one vector along another vector which gives the third vector. Nothing but the thumb indicates the third vector which is perpendicular to the plane. Suppose this rotation of I cap towards j cap means the resultant is in perpendicular to the board. Means perpendicular to xy plane means z axis means positive z axis. Suppose this rotation of j cap with I cap means it is in the negative z direction. Here minus k cap. Like this. Okay. So as per this rule, right hand thumb rule only we got these relations. Okay. So this is the method to find the cross product of two orthogonal vectors, two perpendicular orthogonal unit vectors. Okay, please listen carefully again. I have to explain. So what is the value of I cap plus j cap as per this relation? I cap plus j cap is equal to k cap. Again, j cap plus k cap is equal to I cap. Again, k cap plus I cap is equal to how much? K cap plus I cap is equal to j cap. Okay, this is the relation. Suppose if this taken, which is in anti-clockwise sense. So that means here clockwise sense, this is anti-clockwise sense. Means j cap plus I cap minus k cap. Again, k cap plus j cap minus I cap. Again, I cap plus k cap minus j cap. So this is the method. Okay. So by using this situation, I have to find the cross product of two arbitrary vectors, two different vectors. Okay. Now listen carefully. So what is the 7th point is? So this is very important. Okay. So by taking this orthogonal unit vectors only, you have to find the cross product of two vectors. Listen carefully. And the 7th point is, for example, if I am taking, let us say, two vectors. If let us say a bar is equal to how much? Ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az into k cap. And let us say b bar is equal to what I am taking? bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz into k cap. So here I am taking these are the two vectors like a bar is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap, and b bar is equal to bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. So these are the two different vectors I am giving as per three-dimensional unit vectors. Now listen carefully. So this a bar having three quadrants like along x direction what is the component ax, along y direction ay, along z direction az. In the same way, what is the components of b bar along x direction like bx, along y direction by, along z direction is bz. Okay. Now listen carefully. I have to find the value of a bar plus b bar. A bar plus b bar. Now listen carefully. What happens this value? A bar plus b bar is equal to a bar plus b bar is equal to. Listen carefully. One method is there. One method is there in order to solve this problem. So I cap, j cap, k cap. I cap, j cap, k cap. Now listen carefully. I cap, j cap, k cap, and that is, let us say ax, bx, sorry. So in order to find the a bar plus b bar means first I have to substitute the coefficients of a bar vector means along x direction x coefficient is, I coefficient is x, and j coefficient is ay, and the k coefficient is az. And what about this b bar vector coefficients like bx, by, bz, bx, by, bz. Okay. Now I have to find the cross product of these two vectors. Cross product of these two vectors. How to find this one? So a bar plus b bar is equal to one method is there as per the determination of matrix, 3x3 matrix. Listen carefully. So direct method is not possible like dot product of two vectors. Why? Because we don't know the values of direct to get. By taking this direct cross product is very difficult. This is the simplest method. Okay, we have understood. After that, I have to give some examples how to find the cross product of these two vectors according to this method. Okay, so this is the simplest method. Why? Because in our lower classes, matrices means determination of 3 by 3 matrix we know already. Now listen carefully. As per the situation, what I am doing is, so I have to write this equation for actually. So this can be divided for, listen carefully. First of all, I have to take this. So this 3 by 3 matrix means it has 3 columns. Sorry, 3 rows and 3 columns. Listen carefully. I have to take this first I cap means, listen carefully. I have to neglect this first row and first column. First row, first column and first row means what happens this one determination of ay, az and by, bz. Just I have to explain this. Listen carefully. Next of all, I have to take this j cap means j cap into, we have to neglect this means second row and first column. First row and second column like this. How much it is j cap into how much? Suppose for neglecting this second column and first row means what happens? This determination of second matrix means 2 by 2 matrix Ax, Az and Bx, Bz plus k cap into. Suppose if you are taking this third column means what happens? This k cap into neglect this third column, this first row means how much it is? Ax, Ay, Bx, By. Okay, listen carefully. We know already. As for the determination of 3 by 3 matrix, this matrix can be subdivided into 2 by 2 matrix like this. So we know already. As for the 2 by 2 matrix, what they adjacent means adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix like A, B, C, D. So this is the determination of 2 by 2 matrix. What is the formula? AD minus BC. Like this, we have to multiply like this. AD minus BC. So according to this adjoint or determination of 2 by 2 matrix, what is the value here? Yes, I cap into what is the value? A by Bz, listen all of you, A by Bz minus Az By. Again minus j cap into what is value? Ax Bz minus Az Bx or otherwise Bx Az, whatever may be the same value plus k cap into what is this value here? Ax By minus Bx into Ay. So this is the method to find the cross product of two vectors. This is very simplest method actually. Cross product of two vectors like this. That means if I am taking A bar is equal to Axi cap plus Ayj cap plus Azk cap is one vector, and B bar is equal to Bxi cap plus Byj cap plus Bzk cap is other vector. Now if I have to find the value of cross product of these two vectors means one method is there. According to the determination of 3 by 3 matrix like I coefficient, J coefficient, K coefficient, in order to find the value of A bar plus B bar means first you have to substitute the coefficients of A bar vector. Means I coefficient is Ax, J coefficient is Ay and K coefficient is Az. And whatever the I coefficient here, second vector B bar, Bx, By, Bz. Now this 3 by 3 matrix, determination of 3 by 3 matrix can be subdivided into 2 by 2 matrix like this. Here I cap into. So in order to take this I cap means I cap into, we have to neglect this first column and first row. Means what about this remaining 2 by 2 matrix? Ay, Az, By, Bz like this. Ay, Az, By, Bz. Again here minus j cap. This is from the properties of matrix only. So minus j cap into, again what is this? In order to find, you have to take this j cap means you have to neglect this second column and first row. Means what about this 2 by 2 matrix? Ax, Az, By, Bx, Bz. Ax, Az, Bx, Bz. Plus k cap into again. In order to take this third term means k cap into, neglect this third column on first row. What are 2 by 2 matrix? Ax, Ay, Bx, By. Ax, Ay, Bx, By. Okay. Now, in order to find this A bar plus B bar means, that means listen carefully. We know already. Suppose if the 2 by 2 matrix A, B, C, D, it has two rows and two columns. Means what is the determination? AD minus BC. This is from the lower classes. Okay. As from the situation, I cap into Ay Bz minus By Az or Az By minus J into Ax Bz minus Bx Az or otherwise Ax Bz plus K cap into Ax By plus Bx Ay. Okay. So this is the method to find the determination of cross product of two vectors. Okay, as per the determination of 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. Now I have to give one example how to solve this cross product of two vectors. Please note it down. So this is very important. Okay. Okay, all of you. Yeah, I have to give one example for this determination of 3 by 3 matrix. Yeah. So this is the example for determination of cross product of two vectors. Let us say example. Let us say if A bar is equal to, let us say 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap and some other vector B bar is equal to, I am taking the arbitrary vectors, whatever you take, no problem. So B bar is equal to how much it is? Let us say 4i cap plus 5j cap plus 6k cap are the two vectors. Then What is the value of cross product of these two vectors? Cross product of these two vectors. If I am giving these 3-dimensional vectors or 2-dimensional vectors also same method, that means here listen carefully. I cap, j cap, k cap. In order to find the cross product, means cross product vectors means there is a one method. That means here what happens? I cap, j cap, k cap. And what are the coefficients for a bar? First we have to substitute like ax, ay, az. Like how much it is? 2, 3, 4. That means in place of I coefficient 2, j coefficient 3, k coefficient is 4. Next after that we have to substitute the coefficients of b bar also. That means how much it is? 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now how to find this one as per this rule? I cap into. So what is the 3 by 3 means 2 by 2 matrix? We have to neglect this first row means first column and first row. Means how much it is? 3, 4, 5, 6 minus j cap into. Again we have to take this 2, 4, 4, 6. Okay, plus k cap into. Again this what is the values here? We have to neglect this third column and first row. Means what happened to this one? 2, 3, 4, 5. This is. Now what happened to this value? I cap into. Yeah. 6 3s are 18. 6 3s are 18 minus 20 means 18. 18 minus 20 minus j cap into. Again how much it is? 12. 12 minus 16. Again plus k cap into. We know already. AD minus BC form. That means here how much it is? 10 minus 12. 10 minus 12. That means how much the answer? Minus 2i cap. Minus 2i cap. Again how much this is? 12 minus 16. Minus 4 minus of minus plus 4 j cap. And again what happens this value? 10 minus 12 means minus 2. Minus 2 k cap. So this is the a bar plus b bar vector. So a bar plus b bar is equal to how much I am getting here? Minus 2i cap plus 4j cap minus 2k cap. Now how to find this magnitude of this a bar plus b bar? A bar plus b bar magnitude is equal to how much it is? We know already. If you got the vector, what is the magnitude of this vector? Under root of minus 2 whole square plus how much it is? J coefficient square 4 square plus again minus 2 whole square. How much it is? Root of 4 plus 16. How much it is? Root of 24. That means this can be written as 2 root 6. Why? Because 4 6 are 24. 4 can be written outside the root means 2 root 6. Okay, this is the method. All of you listen carefully. Then you see what is the unit vector for this vector means. What is unit vector which is parallel to this vector means n cap is equal to. N cap is equal, listen carefully. A bar cross b bar by modulus of a bar cross b bar. So this is the unit vector which is parallel to a bar cross b bar only. That means what is the vector here? Already we know. This a bar plus b bar is minus 2i cap plus 4j cap minus 2k cap. By how much it is? 2 root 6. So 2 is cancelled. Means how much I am getting? Minus I cap plus 2j cap minus k cap by root 6. This is. That means if I know the two vectors according to the data, then I have to find the cross product of two vectors by taking this method only. So by solving the number of problems like in this way, you got the very simplest way. Okay, this is the simplest way to determine the value of cross product of vectors only. By solving number of problems in this way means you have to very easy to solve. Okay. So after getting this a bar plus b bar, I have to find the magnitude and unit vector also. This unit vector which is parallel to a bar plus b bar according to the concept of cross product of vectors. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain the in the tomorrow session I will explain the problems which is related to the cross product of vectors and again the remaining properties. Okay. Right. Thank you very much.